This video is about using transforms in Photoshop, right? Transform just means to rotate or move something, which is also known as translation. So like a layer or a part of a layer or an object or a piece of text or what have you. So you'll see that I've converted this into a normal layer. It's not a background layer, and in a previous video I talked about that. Our first thing that we can move things with is just the simple move tool, right? But really we can only move things left and right with this move tool, right? What's more powerful in Photoshop is to use transforms. So free transform, if we go into free transform mode, right, you'll see it working a lot like Illustrator does, right? You see the bounding box. I can go to the corner and rotate. I can make something smaller or bigger, but let's again remember that we never make things bigger. Whoops, Command T is the quick key to get into free transform. I can squish it, right? But obviously I want to hold down Shift to constrain it so I don't play with that aspect ratio, right? Holding Shift, just like in Illustrator, works the same way. So I've done that. Now that we have a little room, you see this is transparency that you should have learned from the layers video. I can do other things with transform. In Edit Transform, right here, you'll see there's a lot of different things that we can do. I generally don't use a lot of these. I just use the free transform. But you see things like flipping horizontal. Notice how the image swapped, right? I'm just commanding Z to back up. Another interesting thing that we can do is, obviously there's flip vertical too. We can rotate it 180 degrees, right? That's kind of like flipping, but slightly different than flipping. We have edit, transform. One interesting one is a perspective transform, right? So that locks two together. So if you watch when I do this, right, like kind of starts to look like a perspective, right? Again, that starts to raise it up a little bit, and it's not good practice to go up. It would be better than to do this as the transform. And then while it's in like one of these sub transforms, not free transform, or even in free transform, I can control click or right click in it and change it to a different mode. So maybe now I'll go to now I'll go to free transform and grab it here and squish it this way, and then I say, well, I need the perspective to distort it just a little more and go that way, right? So these are some of the capabilities of transforming within Photoshop. So again, Command T gets you into the normal free transform, and then from there you can right click and go into any of the other transform modes, or you can go into the edit transform menu and play with these to get the result that you're looking for.